Buona serata, my little piccioninis. We haven't done the Italian greeting in a while. Felt good. How's everybody? I feel like such a liar sometimes. I was really hoping to do our video early today, but instead of having a day off, I actually ended up picking an impromptu shift. And it really was literally like, do you remember that song? I was gonna go to work, but then I got high. I had the opposite. I was gonna stay home and get high, but then I went to work instead. So that's okay. It ended up being a nice busy night, which is good. Nashville is just really dead in July. It's like the hottest part of the summer. Well, not quite yet, but for the most of the country, everybody's on vacation and they want to go to like ocean and not lake and whatnot. So we get kind of quiet here in the middle of the summer, but we've had some busy nights this week at the restaurant, so it's been good. But we've all been like running around like crazy and like it's kind of good fun chaos though. But nothing too chaotic that was just like unmanageable. Like last Saturday night was just like, oh my gosh, I just got my ass kicked. But last couple of days have been good. It's been good, fun night tonight. And here we are. We are here to do our Totally Tuesday manifestation reading. And I know it's been a couple of weeks since we've gotten to do it because we had the new moon workshop, I think was on a Tuesday. And then I think I had my sister's birthday last week after 4th of July. So I took like an extended holiday weekend last week. But now we're finally back. Let's see what are other highlights of the day. Oh, I was really psyched about my show flyer for our episode, for last night's episode in my story today on Instagram. You should still be able to see it until like tomorrow morning. But I was so proud of it. I did like a Stranger Things tribute and I used, of course, the Kate Bush song, but I recreated my own version of the season so far using the gifts, and I think it turned out really good, and I was just like really had fun with it. I have so much fun in the stories, just making dumb animations and commentary through GIF is like, I don't know, it's become my art. It's my passion. It's my most authentic truth. All right, you guys, I hope that your manifestations are going along well for you. Cyclically, I feel like we had, and tell me if you are feeling this rhythm as well, or if you've had some different timing. But I felt like we had a lot of manifesting magic in May during that Gemini. Was it the new moon in Gemini or the full moon? I can't remember. I feel like it was the new moon. But that was so powerful, like as far as like just magical manifesting energy, especially with communications. I had a really big boost in my channel for a few weeks, and then we hit July where like everyone's outside and doing other things, and so then it was just like meh, back to crap. Back to the scraps of the internet for you, Liz. That's okay. We are trucking along, and I think we'll bounce back. But I did bring up a point which was tied into the storytelling expert that I've been listening to. I went back and re-listened to the Rob Bell's Robcast episode, The Heroine's Journey, again today. It's so good. There's so much in it. I'm probably going to listen to it again. But they were talking about this idea of these like stages of the character getting so far and getting like a little taste of success, a little boon, and thinking like, this is it, I made it. And then shortly thereafter finding out like, no, it's not going to be that easy. And it was so funny because I was like, that is exactly what this year has led us to. It was like, I feel like there's 3 veils of breaking trail. We had those like maybe walking through 3 gates of initiation where it still feels like we're sort of in the beginning, but we're not starting yet. And then we're sort of like, now we've begun the beginning, and then we're like in between of the beginning, but we're not fully in. And now it's like we're into the beginning. And it feels like we have had these like, okay, now we're really getting started this time, guys. And that's why I think that there was like the first initiation gate at the beginning of the year. And then I feel like we've gone through like these stages of preparation to get started. Almost like, you know, when someone signs up for the armed forces, they have to go to boot camp, right? And it's just like these phases of entry into the beginning of this like huge new thing that's going to be over a long period of time. And in the tarot, we also mentioned this in one of the videos this week. We were talking about this, about how the 3 is the first stage of completion where all the cards that are 3s speak to that first little taste of success. And then, you know, we hit like more challenges again. And then the 6s are another level of receiving the completion of success, but we're not in the full, you know, attainment of it yet. There's still another face off or challenge to come. And so then when we get to the 9s in the tarot, the 9s are the final completion. The 10 is one step further. It's like, and so in the 10 of Wands, for instance, it's like overworking, right? In the 9 of, like the Cups suit, 9 of Cups is when you get your wish, but the 10 of Cups is when you settle into that family and all of the wish starts growing and spilling over, right? My cup runneth over. With the 9 of Wands, it's like you are breaking a pattern, right? But once you get to the 10 of Wands, it's like something is like more trouble than it's worth, right? Or you're just like putting more effort in and causing resistance, right? The 9 of Swords, it's like trying to overcome that needless worry. But then once you get to 10 of Swords is like absolute ruin and like just you're finny. Say finny. And let's see, what was the other? The 10 of Pentacles. So the 9 of Pentacles, it's like you've reached that independence and financial stability and comfort. But then the 10 of Pentacles is like having more than enough that is long lasting. It's like savings for later or abundance that will be an inheritance to pass on. It's like a long-term building of wealth, assets that you keep, things that are sustainable and grow and produce fruit and are profitable. So yeah, so I feel like we are in the 3 territory right now. I feel like we went through these stages of beginnings this year, and now we are really like into the cycle, setting out, and now we have had a little bit of progress, and now we're heading to that we're hitting challenges again. So don't be discouraged. Don't think that you are wrong or behind or that it's all slipping away and that nothing's going to work out. It's just that this is the archetypal flow of the cycles. And it's true in Kabbalah too. It's like in the phases of creation. It's like you have this initial burst of creative energy and things flow, and then it's like then the light challenges you to see like, okay, is it really worth it? Are you going to stick with it? You know, that kind of thing. So sometimes I think we're taught when we grow up that if we hit a lot of challenges, that it's a bad sign, but actually it's a good sign. It's a good sign. It means that you are pushing through your comfort zone, that the resistance is all part of creation. It's all part of the process. And so it's not a bad signal, all right, if you meet resistance. So don't let it discourage you. I think that was kind of all of the points that I wanted to bring up about just like where we're at in the phases of manifestation. So yes, little bit of success, but we still have, you know, work to do, and don't be discouraged if you feel like you've hit like a wall or a plateau, or you've even backslid a little bit. It's just life and the universe testing you to see if you'll give up, see what you're made of, right? So keep pushing forward. We call this building the vessel in Kabbalah, pushing against resistance, pushing against the instincts to pacify the flesh and to avoid discomfort. And so when we practice restriction, it's not suppressing, it's like we are restricting our kind of our reflexive nature to anesthetize any kind of pain or discomfort, or reach quickly for instant gratification, wanting to, have your cake and eat it too without earning it. And usually what that does is it gives us a brief high on the light that's revealed, but we've taken light that we didn't earn. So then it usually ends up causing some sort of chaos somewhere. So we practice restriction, we slow down, we earn, we build things in a sustainable and sturdy and solid way with wisdom, and we take our time, we have patience, and we learn to appreciate. All right, so what do we have coming up? What do we need to know to really get back focused on our manifestation? What do we need to be aware of? What will help us? And what pitfalls do we need to get a heads up about so we can overcome those? But let's get past this little plateau. Let's push through the resistance. What do we need to know? Ooh, morning affirmations. Say positive affirmations each morning to open the gates of manifestation. So I love this, and this is something I've actually been trying to do lately, is using my words and my voice. The mouth is a very powerful, magical portal of energy. In fact, it actually kind of controls life and death for us, because if we don't ingest food and water through our mouths, we die. So the mouth is one of the portals in the body of life and death. And also we breathe through the mouth, so much happens through the mouth. Also, as there are, I think 4 kingdoms in the physical realm of existence. The inanimate kingdom, which is like minerals and rocks and things that aren't alive. There's the vegetable kingdom, which is, plants and all the vegetation. There's the animal kingdom, which is obviously all the animals. But then there's the human kingdom, which is called, it's not referred to necessarily as just the human kingdom, it's called the speaking kingdom. Because we are, so far, other than, parrots that have been trained to say things, we're the only species that has an ego and an ability to speak. And so that's one of the things that is part of our divine powers as human beings. So speaking and the words that come out of our mouth are very powerful. In fact, the first event in the myths of cosmology was the voice, or the first event in existence was, the voice of divine, we don't know what the sound really sounded like, or if it was really a word. But it was that, let there be light. It was the first event that really separated all that is into not just one whole summation of something, but it's separated into two. I am me, and I am within a thing, and I'm speaking, and this is the first event, and it has separated me from the whole as an individual, right? So words are very powerful. And I've been trying to pray out loud, say my prayers out loud, and to say affirmations and speak my intentions out loud every day. And the more that I do that, I feel like the faster things just come to fruition and they manifest quicker and quicker. So try that every day. In fact, what you can do, and this is what I've done this for years, and I think this is a good tool, you can get some Post-its and maybe pick 3 or 4 affirmations that you want to remind yourself of every day, to program positive belief systems in yourself, to speak blessings over your life, and to call something in that you intend to align with, to call into your life. And put them on, I like to put them next to my bathroom mirror where I brush my teeth and stuff and do all my skincare routines and everything. And that way they're always in my subconscious, like seeping in. But I also like to remember to say them when I'm getting ready for bed at night, or if I'm like taking a bath or whatever, a salt bath, I say those affirmations in the tub, like a spell. And so I think you should start incorporating affirmations into your day. Just get in the habit of using your voice for magic to say what you want. Speak it, name it, and claim it. Yes, that's right. Your intuition is correct. Take action accordingly. So when we are manifesting, we want to be, and to be magnetic, they lay out this like very simple formula. It's like you want to unblock all the limiting beliefs and the subconscious programming that keeps you in resistance to your manifestation. In Kabbalah, we learn that is called hidden conflicting desires. And it's when you think you want something in your conscious mind, but like in your subconscious, there's like some kind of fear or some kind of resistance there because you feel like, well, it's easier almost to give an example. So the hidden conflicting desire might be, say in your conscious mind, you think that you want a committed relationship, right? And you're trying to find someone to date or whatever, but you're not finding anyone who's committed or serious. Everybody's like playing games or whatever. Well, you might be wondering, like, why can't I meet anyone who's also looking for commitment? Like, why am I not aligning with that? Because in your conscious, it's like that seems like that's what you really want. And then you're taking action that's aligned with that. But what's happening, though, is it's possible that in your subconscious, you're afraid of being vulnerable and you're afraid of intimacy and you're afraid of commitment on a deeper level because you're afraid that if someone sees all the parts of you and your shadow and everything, that they may reject you and abandon you, right? So that's so painful to your subconscious or to your unhealed inner child or to your unhealed ego, right? That on a subconscious level, you are trying to protect yourself from that kind of pain. So you think that you're out there looking for a committed partner, but on the subconscious level that you're not even picking up on, it's like you're resisting it because you think that's more dangerous than being single and alone. Isn't that crazy? So that can happen in many ways. You may want to lose weight, but you'd rather like eat a sheet of brownies. Like, give me the whole batch. But yeah, there's just lots of things that we do to accidentally sabotage ourselves that we don't realize. So pay attention to, how did we get on this? The 3 steps of manifesting. So we're unblocking, and then we are unblock, expand, and take action. So the expanders are when you see to believe. Now, this is good training wheels to have, but once you start growing your trust muscle, it's the higher level of faith and certainty is to be able to believe what you can't quite see yet, because you know in your intuition or like you have guidance that you know is true. So that is called emunah. That's the Hebrew word for faith beyond reason. But in manifestation, we just need to have enough reason, right? So basically, if you practice seeing to believe, and you show yourself examples of other people who have what you want to manifest so that you know that it's possible. You see examples of people who maybe even have similar background as you, who are doing what you want to be doing and who are doing, being successful at it. So you fill yourself, and you put all these examples in front of you, or like save them in like albums and stuff on Instagram of people like living the dreams that you have, just so you can tell your subconscious like, hey, this is totally possible. There's no reason that it can't happen for you too, right? So that's expanding, that's seeing to believe. And so then you have to take action, take aligned action. And you don't do that all reactive and willy-nilly. You you allow yourself the stillness and the space inside to wait until you have a really divinely guided, intuitive direction. And so then once you have a sense of a step to take, or you have something that hits you and you're like, ooh, I bet I should do that, or a little ping, like, oh, I should call that person or follow up there, then start taking those actions, right? Take actions and don't force, don't push by trying to do too much at once. Just allow the intuition to guide you and then follow that. But don't push and don't overdo it, right? Because then that creates resistance too. Just relax, release, let go, and just be willing to try it and see. Follow your hunches. Let yourself receive. Allow others to give you loving care. Receive without guilt or apologies. Well, this is perfect too, because if we are going to receive our manifestation, another huge piece of the puzzle is just feeling worthy to begin with, that you deserve to receive, for starters. And it seems really simple and obvious, but for so many people it's difficult to receive. It's hard for some people to receive. They don't feel safe to receive. They feel like if they do receive, someone's gonna hold it over them, or like there's gonna be strings attached, or there's gonna be some kind of like punishment because of it, or it's gonna all backfire. So really start practicing being able to be open to receiving. Receive a compliment. Let someone help you. If someone offers to give you something small, just take it. Don't resist, let life give to you. And the universe will interpret that as you're an open channel. You are a vessel to receive. You are, you are going to align with what is being given to you instead of resisting your manifestation, right? So you want to broadcast to the universe that you're open to receiving. And that's part of the divine feminine energy within all of us, whether you're man, woman, or gender neutral, it doesn't matter. We all have masculine and feminine energy within us. It's like electrical currents that we're always trying to bring into balance. And so to be the most self-mastered version of ourselves, we're kind of trying to get that masculine and feminine energy in balance for us, right? And different people may be like 70-30, 80-20, but there's going to be a unique balance within you, and that's what we're looking for, to integrate those divine masculine and feminine energies. And that's when you can use your feminine gifts and then apply them with masculine energy. So for example, and it'd be like receiving intuitive guidance and then taking action and following up on that. The feminine is also like the inner world and the inner journey that we're going on, and the masculine is the outer world and the outer journey. So we want to apply the transformation and the transcendence and the healing and expansion that's going on the inside, and we want to take that and apply it to our outer life, right? So we start improving there as well. So let yourself receive, let others give you love, and just be really like ruminate in it and appreciate it. The more that you focus on, oh my gosh, all this love I'm getting from everywhere, the more you'll get, and you'll just be surrounded by people who love you and who are always wanting to help you and support you and treat you and be sweet to you. Music for manifestation. Love this. To manifest rapidly, think of your desire while you chant, hum, sing, or play music. This is great because not only were we already talking about morning affirmations, but one of the things that really amplifies the ability to manifest is you feeling like getting in the feeling state, like amped up and like you already have it. And the more like high vibration and like amped up you are, the more it starts generating that creative magnetic energy. So pick out some music that helps you align with the vibration of what you're calling in. If you're wanting to call in like a romantic partner, then listen to music that reminds you of the kind of romantic like dates and stuff that you want, or like listen to music that you would want like your crush to make you a playlist of, you know, that kind of thing. Like get into the mood. If you are wanting to manifest like wealth and riches, I would say listen to some rap music or some disco. I mean, that's like pretty opulent and braggartly. It's like nobody's like going on and on about how like they're so miserable because they're so broke. Usually in the rap music, they're usually talking about how wonderful they are and how rich they are and how successful. Like, don't be a hater because I'm doing so well and you're not. So listen to music that gets you in a very pumped up, high vibe state. So let us review. We have our morning affirmations. Use the power of your voice. Use the power of words. Yes, your intuition is correct, or it could be. So start taking action that's divinely guided or guided through your intuition. So pay attention to the little hunches and things that you're compelled to do, and actually follow up and take steps there. Let yourself receive. Don't block yourself by not receiving or blocking yourself off to receiving, even things that are unrelated to your manifestation. The energy, you just want to be communicating to the universe that you're willing and able and willing to receive, right? That was what I did today. I had an opportunity to go in and take advantage of an extra shift at work. You know, it was slow the last couple of weeks, and I was like, okay, I can either keep up my averages or I can take a hit because I had a slow shift and I got cut one night. So I was like, okay, I'm going to receive this shift. So I took the shift, and then I got to work, and it was like slow at first in the afternoon, and it was really hot outside, and we had some patio tables coming in, and it was pickup section. Nobody was like scheduled out there, and the host was like, who wants a patio table? And part of me was like, if I start taking patio tables, then my section's going to fill up suddenly and I'm going to be too weeded. But then I was like, no, I came in here to like make money, and I set up the patio, so I should get in on some of the money out there. And I was like, you know what? I've been working on being able to cope with these like traumatic, stressful moments at work better, and just in general in life. So I was like, all right, I'm going to receive this. I'm going to take this because I feel I'm just deserving and worthy. And this is why I'm here. This is why I came into work tonight. And I ended up having a good night. So don't block yourself from receiving. And then finally, music for manifesting. Get hype. Get hype, people. Fam. Get hype, fam. Put some music on, dance, go run, go for a long walk in the woods, and just visualize and dream about already being in the state of having your manifestation, and let yourself get into like a joyous, kind of excited delusion about it. Like really dream about it, let it ruminate, go for a run, get your vibes up, get some music on, and then have fun with it, and then forget all about it. The biggest thing that makes the fastest manifestations come through, I think, is just being able to make it like no big deal and like let go. Just like be like, oh, wouldn't it be great if I did this? Ha 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 ha. Oh, whatever. And then like go on with your business. And because you don't have any resistance to it, there's no part of you that's like, oh, that could never happen. And if it did, what if I lost it? You know what I mean? You don't have like that inner battle or dialogue or like soap opera going on about it. It was just a joke. So you completely let it go. You were high vibe. You stated it with your like powerful words. Then you let it go. And then that's what shows up, right? Right. So do that and rinse and repeat. All right, y'all. I'm going to go water my garden. I'm going to watch Stranger Things. I'm going to heat up some din-din. And I'm going to drink some motherfucking water. Okay, I need to drink water. I need to sleep. I haven't had enough water in probably 2 weeks. I'm very dehydrated. I think my blood is solid. It's just like pudding. Ay, ay, ay. All right, you guys. I think that, yeah, we're complete. I've said all I needed to. All right, y'all be good. Not too good. Ciao.